Hi everyone, good evening, my dear friends. I know it is a little bit late, but nevertheless, I'm here and I just wanna say hi to everyone who is not sleeping late and is thinking about um, everything that's been going on. And I just want to share some thoughts with you guys. And I know you probably restless and searching for the truth and looking for some common sense and probably making your own research with everything that's going on. I had posted a video today about not about I posted a video today about that nonsense that I found out. I was watching Officer Tatum last night, and he had a guest. They were doing a video together, and the guest or the co-host did this little experiment. He talked to Siri, and Siri pulled out that surprisingly we have a completely different person as a president of the country that we're supposed to. It just showed so much how rigged things are and how wrong things are, because it didn't even show the person that is projected to be elected, but it shows somebody who's not even supposed to be there in the first place. And I was just thinking today, a lot of my friends, and maybe you can relate to it, if you're seeking for the truth, you may have family or friends who telling you, oh, forget about it, this is over, get over it. And here is the thing, I think a lot of people can relate. It's no longer about it's no longer about the presidents, or who will win and who will lose. It's about transparency, it's about people's face in something. It's about an opportunity for people to feel that they're living in a country that has constitution, and that you cannot win something or have success in life, and have your secret of success being injustice, being unconstitutional. It's not a good example for us, for people who are looking up and want to achieve something. So you can't do those things and tell that it's okay, and that's the topic of this video. I try to not to make it too political. I want to talk today about gaslighting, and in life, love, and politics, and how awful it feels. It's not so much, what's going on and who will win and who is. I hope that everybody at this point understand is the stakes are high. The truth needs to be exposed. People need to know and understand what's really going on. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult to keep it unpolitical, but we're gonna talk about both today. We're gonna talk about, love and I would say relationships, interpersonal relationships, but also gaslighting in politics right now is insane. Okay, I know it's very late and most of you all not here tonight because I was trying to come early, guys, but I was so busy. Welcome, Rose Spring. Welcome, team. Of course, I'm doing well. Look at me. Do I look like I'm not doing well? Are you kidding me? Hey, Will. Good to see you too. Welcome. So anyway, I just want to say a few words. I don't know. I may or may not keep this video here because I just want to come and talk. I may put it on Patreon. So if you're here, you're lucky. If you're on my Patreon, you're lucky as well. So hey, Renee. Good to see you. Thank you. So why it is so important to seek for the truth? Let's take it from the perspective of relationships. Have you guys heard what gaslighting is? I'm sure most people know what it is, but I'm just gonna say a few things. Gaslighting, it's when somebody is messing with your head, um, and trying to make you feel like you are crazy, but they are making circumstances and different things. It's basically what's going on in the politics right now. So everybody, if you seeking for the truth, if you know something is fishy, something is wrong, and people tell you all these horrible things, but you know that something is going on, and you have a right to know what's going on. You know you're not crazy. You understand certain things. You're capable of analytical thinking, not thinking, thinking, and discerning. You know, you're not gonna just listen to mainstream media and everything that they say. You wanna know, if there is nothing to hide, why can't I know the other side? Well, with gaslighting, it's usually a trick that's played on you and it's planned, and you're gonna look like, and the other person makes you feel like, not makes you feel, you feel like, oh, I don't understand something, I'm wrong. At first you are you are adamant at saying, no, I had not did that, I had not used that money, or I had not purchased this, or no, the light was not, was off, not on. So at first you're very adamant, you hadn't done something, but the person who gaslighting you is using different tactics, and very often after some time the people start to give in into this. That's how this term uh, came. It came from a movie. I hadn't watched the movie, but it was a movie in 1940s. Anyway, so this is just really something that I want to share with you guys. Oh, Will, this is too much of generalization. Will is saying the entire government is a lie. Well, the thing is, it's a huge generalization, and there is no system that is perfect. There is not a person that is perfect, but there is something going on right now that is it's just outrageous. And a lot of people say, oh, you should give up, it doesn't matter. For me, honestly, at this point, and I think for many people, it's no longer about the two candidates. It's about seeking the truth. It's about hearing the other side. It's about realizing, no, you're not crazy. There is a platter of fraud reports and all kinds of things going on. Okay, there is so much going on. So how you gonna deny something um without looking at it? I watched today some liberal media just to see what they're showing to people, and they were saying with a smile that, yeah, Trump is such a lunatic. He asks for justice, and he tries to open these lawsuits to start them, and they tell him that, oh, we can't open this because you don't have evidence. There is no evidence, and they all smiling like there is no evidence. Well, actually, there is evidence. There is tons and tons of evidence. And just because you reject something, it doesn't mean there is no evidence. And I just want to tell you guys how important it is to stand for the truth. Once again, it's not a cry that, oh, you didn't win, oh, your candidate didn't win. It's not that. The liberals trying to show us that, oh, you are crying because you didn't win. No, hell no. We are outraged because of the way things are done. And the thing is, it's good for both parties, because if that would be happening on the other side, they would want to have justice. They would want to know what's going on. And believe me, they're going to be shooting and rioting in destruction. They're going to be just going wild in there. Who is on the same page with me? They saying, oh, so now you're a snowflake, you're a crybaby, you can't get over it. No, hell, we can get it. We are always getting over things, but it's the dignity of the nation. If you, it's like, it's the same of, it's justice, and it has to be served. It's a dignity of the entire nation, of both sides. Because once again, if that would be on the other side, uh, people on the left would be outraged, and they would be burning stuff. They would be looting and rioting, and so we're not gonna do that. I know they're planning a massive walk. I think for uh, in DC, I believe Saturdays are gonna be a massive walk, guys. I think it's so important. It is so important to seek the truth. Don't believe this media or that media or whatever. I don't even care who wins or loses. We need to be able to see what was done. It is so important. And I just I was just thinking about this. It's, we don't want US to turn to banana republic. I mean, you guys, a lot of you saw my short video today. I just had this. I didn't have, guys, I didn't have the best comments. I could make it a lot better. I want to re-record this short clip I posted today. When I asked Siri, wait, I should be quiet because my video will stop. I asked about so um what's the how old is the president, and Siri said, Kamala Harris is 56 years old. So you can just say, the big tech, all these outlets, they didn't even name, the elected president, so to speak. They just, I mean, you can see how things are rigged and weird. And I'm gonna talk a little bit about this, and then we're gonna go into how important that is to be straight and honest. Thank you so much for the super chat, my first super chat. Nice and yellow. Nice and yellow. Thanks so much, Bill. I appreciate it. And Bill is saying, yes, gaslighting is a USA tradition. It's not a tradition. It's a and it's not just USA tradition. It's a term. Yes, it comes from US, from 1940s, from the movie, from the Hollywood movie, and it's not a tradition. It's a term for certain kind of manipulation when somebody is setting you up and telling you they're not doing anything bad, and trying to convince you that you are crazy and you have no reasons. I'm gonna tell you some examples, guys, so you will, just we can have this discussion. Feel free to write a lot because I want to hear from you. And I don't know if I will keep this video on this channel or no, just because I gotta post some more content on Patreon. So that would be another encouragement for you to go there. But of course, if you're here, you're here. I don't care, as I said, I don't care who is winning at this point, who is losing. It's not about that. It's about justice and constitution and people's rights to know the truth. Bill, they don't do just here. It's the term came from United States, but people manipulate each other since the world has begun, and it's not in US only. It's everywhere. It's just the term was created here, but it doesn't mean that other places in the world it's not happening. It's happening all the time, and I just want to tell you that you can pretend that, oh, well, maybe it's all fair, maybe, do you really believe that somebody who does not have, not really popular, doesn't really have a character, have really awful reputation, who's been around for half a century, had not done a single thing, stand for segregation, call black people the N-word, call black people super predators in whatever years, I don't know, he's so old, I don't know what year it was, like, I don't know, 80s, 90s. Do you really believe that he has such a great personality? I would, if that would be I was not okay. He is in no comparison on any size, shape, or form with a current president. And this is not just my opinion, that's the reality. You know, somebody who cannot pull 50 people to come see him, all of a sudden just winning everywhere and flipping everything. And oh my God, we can't doubt it. Trust me, if that would be on the other side, they would be not only uh, they not only be doubting, we would have probably, you know, fire, and I mean, they would just root, you know, riot and loot and do all kinds of BS. So anyway, we have the right to challenge, and here is the thing: when you have nothing to hide, why would you mind? Why would you mind that somebody investigate or see how you do things? You have no problems with that. When you have nothing to hide, you say, sure, go ahead and check it out. It's really beneficial for the both sides to know the truth. Um, it's, you know, there is nothing worse than somebody is playing with your mind and think that they are so smart and you are so, you know, they underestimate your intelligence so much. And you know what especially hurts me when the left saying, oh, you don't have any knowledge, you don't know anything. If I can get $1 for every time I've heard that I don't know anything, and I wanted to say no, actually, because what you do, you only, you know, watching one brainwashed channel, and now all channels are becoming brainwashed. I highly recommend you guys watching Officer Tatum because he's no BS. He's 100% in, and there are a few more channels. There is Right Side Broadcasting, and this guy that he was on the channel yesterday, Kirk, I forgot. It just, you know, and they also were sharing that, hey, if this would go this way, we would feel the same way, even though if it would be in our favor. You know, they said, how come, you know, nobody dropped, you know, 100K of, you know, Republican ballots? You know, how that happens? If there is extra ballots, it's always on the other side. How come we don't get surprises like, you know, like this? Anyway, I just feel that searching for the truth is not weakness. You know, searching for the, yeah, Charlie Kirk, yeah, exactly, he's pretty awesome. Searching for the truth is not a weakness, and it's not about the being a crybaby or anything like this. That is ridiculous. You know, when somebody legitimately you know, wins something, you sometimes applaud to the person that is, you know, your competitor, maybe not your enemy, but your competitor, because you realize, you know, they did this better, they did that better. uh you know, you learn from them and you just acknowledge it. But when somebody cheat their way to success, you know, how do you like what kind of inspiration you get from this? I mean, when somebody cheats in front of you and considering you a fool, and they can do whatever they want with you, and that is scary, to say the least, you know. um I have a friend, uh and I'm just going to generalize. I'm not going to talk about particular friend, but for example, a lot of um you know, a lot of women that I met in my life, and you know, live with men who openly you know, um who show the behaviors that is not tolerable, you know, doing things that are not um uh, completely unacceptable. But these women, but they tell with the words to these women that know that they are getting cheated on and stepped on and, you know, disrespected. A lot of women just listening to the man's word, and they don't look at their actions. You know, okay, I'm gonna say this because no, you know, nobody knows that friend anyway. So I have a friend in your her husband every Saturday and Friday night he's with his friends, and he comes like 6 a.m. in the morning. He's like, yeah, I'm just with my friends. I mean, it's like, yeah, of course, sure, absolutely, a married man should be out Saturday, two most social nights of the year, all night long with his friends. I mean, and she's like, yeah, maybe he is with his friends. And I just gave her that look. It's like, seriously. I mean, it's the problem with with gaslighting in relationships and in politics is that at first you know that you are getting um hell, he's not with friends. Of course he is not. Of course he is not. But the problem with gaslighting is that at first you're cognitive. You understand that this and this. You connect the dots. It's easy. But then you tell yourself that, oh, well, maybe he is, or maybe I should just, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm such a drama queen. The point of gaslighting to blame you, or blame the other person for what you are doing. Same as in politics right now. They tell things to conservatives what they are doing and have been doing their entire life. I almost threw up when they told that Biden is gonna do everything to unite the nation. Really, you did everything to shake our face, to sell us out to China and do all kinds of crazy bullshit, and now you're healing the nation with cheating to the top. This is how you're gonna heal the nation? What? It's just completely insane. It's just completely, it's a complete insanity. So in gaslighting, people tell you the most ridiculous things, and they convince you that you are fool, that you don't know anything, and that you just so irrelevant, so inadequate. And it goes for both. I mean, seriously, and I just, when I saw my friend, it was, some time ago anyway, and she just told me that stuff, and I'm like, I mean, I'm not 15 years old. I'm not even um I don't have to be there to see stuff, to know. I mean, So a lot of people who get gaslighted, they start lying to themselves, and it's like, I call it vibe of an alcoholic symptom. Um so it's so painful, guys. I didn't have a very good weekend because I have all this people, coming on my page, in my personal page on Facebook, and just dropping a whole bunch of bullshit. And and so they were all trying to tell me how inadequate I am, how I don't know anything, how I cannot think. And it's just a personal attack for somebody who is actually has the courage to address this. It's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable what's going on. You guys are silly. You guys are so silly. um no, nobody's bringing me down, but I feel that I'm not ready to for this country to turn um in banana republic in some place in Africa, or even, Ukraine is just as corrupted. US should be able to have clarity, and United States should be able to count the votes. I mean, how difficult that is, how difficult it is to have a transparency. Hey, who is the best, who is the most popular, the strongest? Let's the strongest person win. Let's I mean, how how controversial it is to have transparency. Just transparency. Nobody asks you for favors, doing anything else. Lets people to speak out, and it's becoming the country of censorship. You know, things are censored. You have those stupid fact checkers. So people started to post uh, fraud stories. Um, People start to doing posting videos. I found the video yesterday of how somebody had a cell phone, and they were in training to be at the polls, and they were sharing how nobody was able to see anything. Those observers were not allowed to come closer than 6 to 8 feet, and I've actually listened to the video of that somebody sneaked a phone and recorded the video with a woman that was given instructions to the people at the polls, and it was quite incredible. Yeah. So I feel like we are moving back to time, and we are going to Soviet Union back again. I feel that we are time traveling to Soviet Union because it was, I didn't catch that much of it, but my parents went through it, and it's basically, yeah, US was a free country in the world. Well, honestly, I really appreciate your positivity, and you always bring the good stuff, but you gotta catch up on some stuff, man. You gotta know better. How is that they can do this and call this a democracy, when if you have a different opinion, they censor you, they silence you, they dox you, they delete your content and do all these things. They not allow people to see. They're trying to do the corona thing, and they're not letting people to see what's going on. People, what's the point to have observers at the polls if you are going to not let them see anything? Yes, you have to fight for your liberty. You have to fight. And the thing is, it's not about just bring your facts. As I said today, it was so ridiculous. I watched some of the left, media, and they were saying how, well, there is no evidence. Are you kidding me? There are so many people and cases, and there are people that were doing things at the polls, and they saw stuff, and they are ready to swear at the oath, or I don't know, I'm so tired I can't say it, but you know what I mean, at the court. So anyway, this is so ridiculous, and we are not a banana republic. Please stop saying the store banana republic. You know what I mean by banana republic? I mean that United States is not a third world country, and it's not a lot to ask for. I mean, how difficult it is to count. Even though I don't have enough of a lot of faith in counting right now, because with this whole corona thing, they count everybody and their brother, everybody who's in the hospital. I mean, it's just like, is it really happening? Seriously, is it really happening? And I'm just so tired of getting attacked by people that actually do not have, people have evidence of what's happened. Let them talk, let them show what they can show, and then you can say, how can you say that somebody don't have evidence when they bring the evidence and you reject it? No, you have to look into evidence, interview those people, look at the facts, and then you do what you gotta do, right? I mean, and the thing is, the courts are controlled by the people that do not want the truth to come out. I mean, it really hurts my heart, but on the other hand, I'm really inspired to keep going. And, it's no longer about, again, about, even though I'm very passionate about Trump, I love Trump, he inspires me. He's I'm a big fan of him, but it's has nothing to do with current situation. As I would also agree that I would feel the same way. If all of a sudden the right start to drop their ballots everywhere and do this mess, I would be very disappointed. I will be also disappointed if the right had a candidate that is openly a pedo, openly. You know what I mean? He has so much in him. He's such a crook. He doesn't have a personality at all. He doesn't remember where he is half of the time. And he has such an awful records of these things that he had done to people. It is so very sad, guys. It is so very sad. I don't know. I mean, just one thing is makes you want to wonder. It's really like 300 plus million of people narrowed down to an old man that do not remember, what day of the week or what he is running for or who he wants to be. Is it all narrows down to the man who is a, I mean, seriously, I mean, how can you put him as a role model when he is uh showing a lot of interest for children, right where cameras and people are there? He's so extremely ignorant and dumb that when like you have public and people around you, can you imagine what's going on behind the closed doors? It's just so weird. He has allegations for sexual assault and they're all dropped. What happened to, whatever happened to Me Too movement? So women that, the woman that he did something to, like, oh, it's all forgotten. I mean, it's just such a disaster. But for me as a mother, if I would see that nasty creature putting his hands around my child, I don't care if I'm on TV, if the camera is looking at me. Oh my God, he would regret that he was ever born. I'm gonna say this again. This old bastard would regret that he was ever born if I would see his nasty hands or his sniffing nose around my child or my children or my nephews or anybody, any child actually. I can't believe they would just let him sniff all these girls and touch them on the camera. I mean, you don't have, I mean, tell me one thing you can respect this Biden person for. One thing. And meanwhile, I want to thank you so much, guys, for the super chat. I'm gonna check out what you had written. Oh, thank you, Bill. Great inspiration. Let's use our voices. Thank you so much. Um, I just want to talk to you guys. I feel like we have a group of a very reasonable people, and I just want to share with you guys that it just hurts so much, and we have to stay strong, and we have to know what's right. Thank you so much, Mark Walker. Thank you. I appreciate. Thank you for the generous super chat, and thank you for support and sharing your thoughts. I really appreciate this, and I'm glad you had that incredible experience. It was so enlightening to go to the rally. I have no regrets of being there. I'm so proud of people that stand for the truth. It's gonna be a big fight, but we have intellect. We are not stupid. In fact, we have to make so much more research because the left media doesn't give you any information. Today, by the way, I recommend you all right side, what is this? Right side broadcasting. They showed Fox is becoming FAUX, becoming fake too. Today, this Kylie McKinney, I'm sorry, I'm so bad with names because it's really difficult for me to read that. Kylie Mc, you know who I mean. She gave a tremendous speech today that was just incredible, and you can find it. and Fox was streaming and Nathan stopped streaming her. So it's right side broadcasting. I believe that I can tell you a little bit later. Oh, thank you, Gregory Rivera. Thanks so much. I appreciate the support tonight. Thank you, guys. Feel free to share your thoughts. Just a second. Yeah, guys, please slow down on the weird comments because you know it's just silly. There is no time to joke. Oh my God, he's talking about unity, man. You talking about unity, really? I'm talking to this fool. Right side broadcast. Okay, right side broadcast. Yeah, okay. Okay, the channel name is Right Side Broadcasting Network. It's a fire channel. They're doing such an incredible job. Right Side Broadcasting Network. So the speech today is that Kaylee McNanny, guys, I can't read this. She gave today tremendous speech from the heart. She was right on topic. And I was going to listen to it again because I was driving, but I could just agree with everything she was saying, just because I feel this way too. And so as Officer Tatum, a lot of people giving up the hope. They don't wanna fight anymore. But you have to be strong, and you have to know what you stand for. Half of the people can't pick a side. They don't know what they belong to, what they want. And so, guys, what is the danger? A lot of the people, yes, I know her name, but I can't say. Um, what is the danger to leave these things unpunished? You know, do you think it's dangerous if the woman, for example, gets sexually assaulted, and then it is so scary and so complex that she's like, whatever, I'll just heal my wounds. Or when somebody gets robbed and you have the evidence and everything, but they make it so hard to prove that you are right, and you just give up. What happens? It gives the keys for these people to abuse more people, to hurt more people. It shows you, hey, you can do whatever you want. You can break the law, you can hurt people, you can rape people, you can lie to people, you can steal the votes, you can do whatever, and you're not gonna get nothing for that. It's totally fine. It gives a very wrong message. It gives the message that there is no justice, no law. You can do whatever. Well, it's time to pick a side. Will you gotta get some education, my dear friend. I mean, I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but seriously. Or maybe this is just not your thing. Maybe you don't want to know. It seems to me like you are maybe not interested. Um, Justice must be served, and I'm just amazed how easily people are willing to give their freedom away and submit to authority and just bow down and do what somebody's saying to do, and not want to be challenged, not want to realize what the hell is going on. It's absolutely insane, isn't it? When somebody is stealing from you, robbing you, assaulting you, hurting you, that has to be addressed. You can't just do this in front of the people and say, oh, nothing had happened. This is your imagination. You're crazy. I just love how people have all these things about Trump, that he's crazy, he's this. Well, really? He has some serious and valid points. Yeah, exactly. He's not a politician. That's why we voted for him. But anyway, I just want to say, a lot of people, I am kind of, I wouldn't say I'm restless, but I'm deeply hurt by this. And I can feel how rigged this all, and this is the reason why Biden wasn't worrying about going to rallies and have a campaign, and first of all, he can't do these things anymore. I mean, he can barely. I mean, he said last time he said he was running for the Senate, but anyway, he was not worrying about campaigning. He wasn't worrying about talking to his people. Do you know how honored we felt in Michigan? Because Trump, I know, Michigan is a swing state, and I understand all this, but I'm so proud of Trump. He literally came to every part of Michigan. He was. Some people say, "Oh, he's desperate." He's not desperate. He was showing the respect and interest in people. It takes a lot of energy and money and a lot of finance and investments, but most of all, his energy. I was knocked down after one rally. I need just a week to rest after that madness in a good way. It was a lot. It was a lot. I mean, it was uh, it was a lot to handle, but there was a purpose, and the line had never stopped. And you can't buy excitement of people. You can't buy uh people's uh appreciation of you. You can't do, and you can't do none of those things. And Biden wasn't worrying about it. Joe was here, there. We were joking at the rallies that, when we've been there like almost 7 hours under the rain and wind. I was joking, well, I'm glad, Biden has another day in another warm day in the basement. He wasn't worried about none of these things because they had a plan. They I mean, and I'm they had a plan. We're gonna do some mail-in fraud. There is actually a video. Have you guys seen the video? um where it's a 10 seconds clip where Biden says we just pulled the major biggest voter fraud in the history. So, okay, we have some idiots over here, so we're gonna fix that. Bye. Bye. I have enough of y'all on my Facebook page. So, what was I saying? Of course, it's not over yet. We are continuing. We are continuing the fight, and I think it's important to stay positive in terms of just living your life and not get consumed, and don't be like me. Um, don't be like me. Don't get into discussion with people who are not capable of critical thinking. And um, don't be like that unless the person is unless it's a very you can make points, and it just wastes the time. But you can make a video, you can bring some facts. Facts matter. Facts truly matter, and it's important to know them. And I don't think you need to convince somebody in something or push somebody for something. Thank you, Will. I appreciate that. Thanks. I hope that you will find the side that is closer to your beliefs. But anyway, this is not about one man, guys. You don't understand. Please tell me you know what I mean. This is no longer about one man or who is gonna win. It's about not be just a not be a puppet. Not be somebody, not be a nation that can be easily manipulated into any lie. And it hurts me that they were laughing and calling Trump that he has no reasons. And this reporter was, well, the court had rejected their lawsuit because there is simply no evidence, really. Go on internet and see how much people are posting, and people are ready to give their affidavit and go to the court. They are willing to take their time to show this. It's unbelievable. I'm gonna post some of the links of the videos that I saw, especially that one. I think it's already have like 500,000 views from the lady. Once again, I don't know, maybe it wasn't, I don't know who that video belongs to, but it's like dark. Somebody just had their phone on and they were getting training how to behave at the polls, you know? So, that is quite spectacular. You know, the way she was talking and things that she said to do, that was pretty nuts. That sounds like Soviet Union to me. You know, don't look there. Don't you know? They were encouraging people to do crazy things. They were encouraging people to vote certain way, and I mean, they were basically trained to make sure that observers will not see absolutely anything. And you know, what is the point of that? So anyway, I just you know, it just say unfair, it hurts. You know, I am the first person to admit that somebody doing a better job. You know, and I think a lot of people are like that. You know, you understand when somebody is, you know, doing great. You can learn. You don't have to hate your opponent. You know, you don't have to hate your enemy. If you have a cool opponent, you have respect for them, and you think, you know, what can I learn? How can I get better? You know, what do they know that I don't know? But when your opponent is doing is not taking charge of things, when your opponent is basically a crook, when your opponent is basically you know, the person that, I mean, it's really weak opponent that have been there for 50 years almost. I mean, half a century been in the politics and didn't do one good thing. I mean, if I'm wrong, please tell me what was one good thing that Biden did, because I don't know. I have not been around for that long, compared to how long he has been in politics. Okay, so tell me what um had, you know, what I'm missing. You know, maybe there is something that I don't know. Yeah, that just really hurts. And you know, when your opponent are is weak, have does not have a personality, does not have a campaign, is a horrible speaker, doesn't really have a movement. I mean, hey, if that would be Obama, it doesn't matter how I feel about Obama, how you feel about Obama. um he was extremely popular. You know, people had a lot of faith in him. He's a great speaker too. You know, I may or may not like somebody, it doesn't matter at all, but he was a very strong opponent. And how come, you know, Biden, guy with a dementia, you know, weird creepy jaw, that's known for his corruption and other things, I'm not going to repeat them, um is all of a sudden is more popular than any president ever lived. I mean, there is nothing you can learn. I just said, Will, I'm not saying who did what and who I, you know, who I personally. I'm talking about the popularity. You know, nobody, there was no right wing that was opposing Obama. You know, people were not gathering, and you know, people may have been upset that the right side didn't win, but they were not gathering and saying it's a fraud when Obama won twice in a row. A lot of people on the right did not, you know, were not fans of Obama, but they did not gather, loot, riot, or gather for a protest or saying it's a fraud. That's what I'm saying. When Obama won twice, especially the first time, you know, everybody was excited. Um, I mean, not everybody, but we're not gonna go into, you know, what he did and what he didn't do. I'm talking about popularity. He was insanely popular. And guess what? All of a sudden, Biden is more popular than him. Really? I mean, really? And all the states that were red, that were historically red, all of a sudden flipping for Biden. They didn't flip for Obama, but they flipping for Sleepy Joe, for a pedo that is corrupt to his bones and have a son that is even worse. Yes, I mean, people going wild over Joe. Have you even saw one fan for over Joe Biden? Like, that is really a fan of him. I don't think it exists. I don't I don't think that even exists. And don't even get me on that Kamala person. All right, we're gonna say goodbye to some people over here. Bye. So anyway, I mean, what can we do? We just, you just have to know that no, you are not crazy. You know what you're doing, and it's interesting because usually people who call you crazy, these are the people that don't have any facts, don't have any other resources than CNN of all things. That's kind of interesting. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna see if I have any interesting comments. Okay, guys, I need a break. Yeah, so, and let's talk about okay, just a moment. I'm gonna read your comments as I promised. Oh yeah. JB is saying, I would be interested to know whether the politicians that nominated the judges that rejected Trump's lawsuits were Democrats. Well, that's a hard question to answer. But I have to say, some Republicans are so scared too. They are backing off. They're saying, oh, there is like Mitt Romney. I lost all respect for Mitt Romney. It's like, if you would be in this position, you would feel the same way. You just want your legal count. You don't ask for anything else. You don't need somebody favoring you or buying votes. You just want to know what it is. Mitt Romney, you can do so much better than that. And so is Fox News. I can't believe Fox News. I was driving and really enjoying the speech of Kaylee, if I'm saying her name correctly. She was just so on it. She was just so reasonable. And again, if the other side is clean and clear, fair and square, what is the problem? Let them speak, let them look at things, let them verify. It's not verified yet anyway. So what is the problem? It's like with a cheating husband, or cheating wife. So if you know you're clean and clear, you're gonna let the person look at your phone. You're not gonna hide things and go to the bathroom and and be worried. You're gonna be sure, look, look at my phone or whatever you want to do. You don't even think about that, And people who accuse you of things, they are the ones that are doing things. I had people that in my life, back in my early days, who accused me of doing things that I was not doing, and then I found out that they are such an expert on what I was supposedly doing because they have experience. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Dear Donut, can't read your name. Um, it's maybe over for you, but not for us. So far, Biden is Mr. Nobody. It's not verified. It's not. He is nobody yet. And if justice will be served, he will be nobody. So, and for me, I usually respect whoever is my president, but I'm sorry, but the person that cheated his way up is not somebody that you can respect, or you can, I mean, what do you respect about that? I mean, you just cannot do it. I don't respect people like that. Oh, hey, William, hey, Bill, good to see you too, my friend. Thanks for the for positive message. Yes, man. Yes, I remember. Good old Blab. Good to see you, and I'm glad you are on the right side of things. I'm just speechless. What can you tell from your side? Because I know you, as far as I remember, you are in a law enforcement. We need you, Bill. We need to enforce some laws over here in this country. Anyway, I'm just, it's just important. It's like dignity of the nation. I mean, how embarrassing is gonna say Joe Biden is my president? I mean, that's like awful. And again, guys, so some of you know, most of you know, I'm from Ukraine. So Joe Biden committed crimes in my country, in my native country. I would be such a fool to come and say, I couldn't even say it because everybody gonna laugh at me. He replaced our prosecutor. I don't know, the left media shutting down everything about Joe Biden, but it's not a gossip or like an idea. He literally replaced a prosecutor in Ukraine, so his son don't get prosecuted and go to jail or whatever else. I mean, how can I respect a man that is doing all these things? Not to mention everything else, everything else that he's been up to. So it's absolutely crazy. I can't imagine the Democrats could not find anybody better. Yeah. Uh yeah. Yeah, okay, so Bill is saying, as far as I mean William, and I guess Bill is a short version, right? As far as I see, it's been a lot of fraud, but Trump said it would occur. He will deal with it. Yeah. Well, we all knew that mail-in stuff is gonna be fraud, but honestly, maybe I don't have yet enough of life experience. I didn't realize, I mean, not my grandma, but my son's grandma told me this. She said, "Oh, it's gonna be like a major, major fraud." I thought it's gonna be big, but I didn't realize the numbers and how bad it's going to be. I mean, it's ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, Bill, I don't know if you've seen, I made this short video. So yesterday I was watching Officer Tatum. Is my favorite, man. I love Officer Tatum. So I was watching Officer Tatum, and he was with a co-host, and the co-host said, uh ask Siri how old was the president. And Siri says, Kamala Harris is 56 years old. So that was a knockout for everybody. That was like, wow, this dude haven't even been verified yet, haven't sworn in yet. He's not officially anybody yet. It's just media projection, and all these fools, even some of you all in the chat, thinks that media projection give you anything. It's a media projection. It's not verified. It's not anything legal yet. Yes, but listen, Biden isn't dead yet, even. But Siri has Kamala Harris as president. But listen to this one. They changed it. I think after Officer Tatum, okay, after Officer Tatum, his guest tried to ask Siri how old is the president, and he said, Siri said Kamala Harris is 56 years old. I think, right, they changed it overnight. If you want, you can go to my previous video. It's a minute-long video. And I recorded the screen. So I think enough of people did what they did in the video, because he has 1.5, I think he may even have 2 million of subscribers now. So I've recorded that it would just show Kamala Harris is 56, and something told me it's gonna disappear tomorrow. And today I want to re-record because I felt like I didn't comment very well. It's a 1-minute video, and I said I'm gonna just record it again, and it was already Donald Trump in 74. So they changed it back. I know. Yes, it doesn't say it's Biden, but last night, it was saying Kamala Harris is 56 years old. I really freaked out when I heard that on a show. That was scary. And of course, we all know that, of course, it's her. I mean, of course, she is, she's gonna be ruling everything, because he doesn't even know what's going on. I mean, he doesn't even know, where he is and what he's doing. So it's really scary. Yeah, so I have this video, just my latest video before this one. It's 1 minute long, and you can see, and I put the screen quite big so everybody sees that, that's how they had it. So, I don't even want to start on Kamala Harris. I don't know, some of you guys maybe made your research. I posed today a kaleidoscope with her picture and all the innocent men that she put to jail for minor offenses. And, most of these men are, most of these men were jailed for minor offenses, and she held them back, for free jail labor and whatever. I mean, it's recorded. It's not like somebody's imagination. And of course, everybody knows about, her affair with a guy, her horizontal way to go vertical. And it's, I mean, and I see on social media everybody posting like, oh, they're such a great role models, oh, she's like a, black people ideal. Like, what? First of all, I don't know, guys, you tell me, but I don't know how she went from Indian to black. I don't know. And first, and second, why does that matter? Like, it's the same if, okay, I'm from Ukraine, so if I see a Ukrainian criminal, I should say, oh my gosh, this is a Ukrainian criminal. It's my role model. Or like Russian mafia, because I'm Russian even more than I'm Ukrainian in a way. So I should be proud of Russian mafia and try to be aspired like Russian mafia, or what? Like, what's going on? I don't care, what ethnicity, nationality you are. I mean, it doesn't matter. When I go to the doctor, I don't care. I mean, it's fun to see people from all over the world, doing things here in US, but it's not important. It's what you do, is how good you are. Yes, she is definitely, I mean, it's out there, the information about, her actions. And I don't know how. Can somebody explain me how Kamala Harris can be a role model? Maybe I'm not getting something. The left on my page were telling me last 48 hours that I'm so inadequate and just don't understand anything. I'm getting gaslighted, but it's not gonna work. Okay, another idiot is going to the forest. So anyway, I think this is a time where, we are going to see who is who and who stands for what. And it's just, can somebody explain me why the universities are so extra liberal. Aren't universities supposed to be for education and real fact checking and history learning and diving deep? If you dive deep, how can you admire somebody like Joe Biden or Kamala Harris? You know, you have to have a respect for your leader. You know, you have to have some kind of admiration. You have to have something for them, right? And so I have a question. You know, how is that the university, where you're supposed to be an epitome of knowledge, of analytical thinking and education, how come that it's so rigged? You know, I live only 30 miles from a university town, and you know, when I walk around, they all have this crazy Kamala Harris and Joe Biden signs. I mean, I'm getting chills when I walk over there. And so I don't understand how it's possible. Oh, and also I was told that um, I am how did they say? That I think like a white racist hillbilly. That's just, I mean, that's just so accurate. I mean, I just love how somebody can throw words and put labels on people. I mean, this is awful. This is absolutely not okay. Yeah, exactly, Mark, exactly. That is a tolerant left. They are party of tolerance, acceptance. I know. I just feel so accepted. Exactly. Oh, hi Stan. Russian education 98% literacy versus America 87. Well, well, yeah, we spend a lot of time of, you know, diving deep. I mean, what's the point of your education if you can't make your own mind? I mean, you have to be completely blind to not realize that these two are awful. If these two were on the conservative side, I would never be on their side. I would never be supporting people like that. You know, I don't care if they would call themselves conservatives or Republicans. If I would see those two, I'll be scared. I don't care how they call themselves. They should never be representing our nation. And plus, you know, this man had been wrecking my native country for years. And it was one money laundering scandal after another, after another, after another. Then that laptop, you know, then the crack, you know. Anyway, it's a sad story. Yes, I definitely feel the shame, you know. People try to shame you into all kinds of things. Well, if we will have free education, um, who will pay for it? People, you know, the socialists, they're such crazy people. Like, they don't understand. Okay, free is good, but do you think the government gonna pay for it? Free will come out of your pocket, honey. I mean, that would be nice, but just be ready to pay, you know, 50, 60, 70, 80% of tax. I mean, these people are crazy. They want low taxes and free medicine and free education. Well, how do you have either that or you have free stuff with extremely high taxes? It's either or. It's not at the same time. Oh, thank you, Krilling. I remember you, but I don't remember your name. Is it? I don't want to say the wrong name. So, but thanks so much for super chat. I appreciate it. And he's saying they have no idea how many people fled socialism. Yeah, it's like only 100 million people had died as the result of the socialism, and therefore, we should repeat that experience. How much sense does it make? It worked, socialism worked so well every time it has been tried. So well. So well. I don't know what the hell is going on. Oh, but that wasn't the real socialism, they say. Yeah. So what's real? Oh my gosh, today is a troll night. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna do some stuff up here. Yeah, it's I'm glad to have you all today who I have, and hey, I'm gonna handle your grief right now. I'm gonna help you out. I'm helping everybody out today. How nice. I told you all. Um oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Krillin. Uh Thanks for another super chat. Only people loyal commies got the free stuff. Oh my god. Well, I tell you what, I grew up in mostly in a post USSR, and it was a wreck. And the problem, guys, the problem was socialism, and the problem was the government authority. I mean, it's like you have less and less power to do what you were meant to be doing. You get this little bit to not die, but you can't prosper. You cannot prosper. And if you think a different way than somebody else, you're gonna be silenced, punished, doxxed, whatever. I mean, this is not the point of I mean, this is never an American idea. And we had the joke in America, you can always find a party. In USSR, party finds you. So I just, it's pretty scary. The censorship right now is just out of control as well. You feel that. mm, I'm seriously. I understand that it's time to look for some um, more platforms that are not controlled by the left, because you speak enough. I mean, I'm not at that level, but people like Officer Tatum, or big YouTubers, or big spokespeople, they get silenced all the time. They get silenced all the time. And man, I am such a big fan of Officer Tatum. He's just so fun. And it's kind of hurts to see him. I'm just respecting people who put their money where their mouth is. He was standing from the beginning. He was giving facts. He was always on top of things, and he and his wife are flying to DC for the demonstration. He's not just like sitting there, and when everybody is backing off, people are backing off. People are scared. Even conservatives, even Republicans are backing off, and Fox Media is uh, also getting controlled now by the lab. So everybody's backing off. I have just so much respect for him. Um, that he's going. He put his money where his mouth is. That's a big deal. So incredible. So y'all, if you're not watching Officer Tatum, you're missing out. He is incredible. Like he said that a lot of people tell him that thank you for speaking, because you speak in my voice, and I would say the same. Oh, thank you guys. You're giving me suggestions for other platforms. Parlor, yeah, I've heard about Parlor. Parlor, is it French? Parlor. Where's my Trump hat? Oh, I forgot to put bubbles. Thank you guys for the chats. I'm gonna put the bubbles on in a minute. Parlor, parlor. Yes, Twitter. Guys, honestly, I'm so tired of social media. Um, that um, I need some really good alternative. I know that I've lost some friends because I was speaking out and posting and just a second, guys. I'm still here. Gonna put my hat on. I know it may not be matching my dress, but in some ways it does. And I'm gonna put some bubbles. Bubbles. Wait. Messages. Yes, I've heard about beetroot. Cocoa scope. Yeah, I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do, but I want to thank you all for, being here. And hey, you don't even have to be. The thing is here. This is right now about justice. Even if you on the other side, you probably know what's happened. You know it's not real. You know it's not real. I would know that it's not. I would know that it's not real if I would be on the other side. I would know. Thanks. Oh, by the way, Gregory, it's signed by Ivanka Trump. So it's now a collectible. It's now a collectible. Yes. Let me show you once again, guys. Signed by Ivanka Trump. She came to my 4,000 people little town. Can't put music because it's gonna be a copyright. I need to find some non-copyright music so I can dance. We need some positivity. I don't know. I've been feeling like real pain in my heart. Like my heart is torn and bleeding, but I'm coming back to creative mode, and I will be recording more videos, more regular videos for you guys. And some of you know I have a like a retro fur business, and so I'm gonna be posting some pictures and even maybe short videos. And I'm considering to doing a channel for ladies, just so I can have fun and not think about problems and just talk about girly things, because I feel like I'm growing something, you know what I mean, with all I can't, I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but with all these fools, with all these fools and all these people, I've been going into this masculine mode, I feel like, I'm not gonna elaborate still. Anyway, I want to do something fun and mindless and creative. So if I make a channel for ladies, I'll let you guys know. So you can send your girls. So ladies. Anyway. Oh, somebody says please do. So I don't know if I have any ladies who is watching me. I feel like if I make a channel for girls, I don't know if I'm gonna have any girls. So we're gonna talk about like fashion and glamorous things and classy things, style, and of course we're gonna talk about men. But you can't hear that. That's gonna be behind the scenes. We're not gonna reveal our secrets right to y'all. So, let's see. Oh, thank you, Will. That's really sweet. Thank you. Do you like my style or my personality? But thank you. Whatever you like, I appreciate that. Thanks. Okay, let's see. Thanks. New filter just for you guys. Anyway, guys, I just want to connect with you and just talk. This video is not really. It just thoughts, and just want to connect with you. It's this challenging time when everybody trying to gaslight you, trying to tell you that you are weird. I know that you all going through the same thing. We all going through the same thing. No, I'm not sure if I had the chance to vent with a few friends of mine. So we definitely needed to go into the details of things. But it's nice to I'm blessed to have you. I'm blessed to have a community where I can speak. And I know that it's a dangerous thing I'm doing because I have a lot of clients who either in the middle or who are on the other side. And I just want to tell you, if you're on another side, I'm not attacking you. I'm not telling you that you should be like this. I just want to know the truth. I just want to know how, we have one number, then we get another number. I just want to know why it's okay to not say the truth. I just want to know these things. I want to I want to be able for everybody to see what's going on. That's it. No, Will. I think it was Will. Let's see. Will is saying you need a punching bag that looks like Joe Biden. It's really funny. I don't. I would not ever do that because he is a. I really feel that they are using an elderly man because because of his health. I mean, 78 is elderly, but he's in a bad condition too. I really feel that they just use him. They felt like they can win with him for whatever reason, and I just feel that they're using him. I'm actually not as mad because I mean he's basically gone. Biden's basically gone. I mean that's there is a reason why Siri said that when I asked about the president that Kamala Harris is 56 years old because they know he's gone. He's just a foot in the door. I'm not outraged at him. This is all. He's just a front face. This is just people, the ultra left behind it, the people that create all this. I don't want to go through the names. You all know who it is. I'm not outraged at all. I mean, I despise him for the things he's done in his life. My son said, he said, one day before he dies, he will regret. He will look at the things he's done and he will regret because you are responsible for what you do before God. And before you face the final curtain, you are going to look at your life critically. This is the sword that's helping me to be a better person because we also have temptations and things that we attempted to do, but I don't know, I always feel that it doesn't matter who knows what you've done. You know. You can run from everybody, but you can never run from yourself. And it was kind of amazing when my son said that when he said that one day he will be hurting for stuff that he done, but I'm not sure about it because he's gone mentally, so I don't know if his mind will come back for a couple hours. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, I mean it's pretty challenging. It's pretty sad times, that out of millions and millions and millions of people, we are narrowing down to two crooks, two immoral people. One is almost out on his way to God, and another one is ready to make even more mess. It's really sad, isn't it? When I realized that Kamala Harris put, and I'm gonna bring the race because that's the statistic, she put so many black people to jail for nothing. For the things that she's been doing when she is, you know, recreational. You know what I mean? She just, so somebody made her picture and put all the pictures of the people that she put to jail, mostly young black men, people that could have been successful, can have another chance. I'm sure there was probably a mix of people, but somehow they brought that it was, mostly African American young men that didn't really do much, just was minor things, and she held them beyond their date of being free to just for free labor. And it was that video with Tulsi, when Tulsi confronted her on this for all the people she put to jail for nothing, and also for the evidence that she would hold evidence as a prosecutor for people, that evidence that would prove people innocent, but she would hold that evidence so she gets a better record as a prosecutor. This is so crazy to me. It's like if you're a surgeon and somebody comes to you and they don't need a surgery, but you would tell them, you know what, you need a surgery. Just because, as a surgeon, I have never met, and I hope to never meet, a doctor that will put you, under knife just for their record and for their earnings, and you don't need an operation, you don't need a surgery. There should be something higher than people's um selfishness. When I've learned that she held evidence to free the people that were innocent, I just lost all the respect. Not that I had it, but it's just unbelievable. And I'm losing some friends, guys, so you better stick on this channel, because I'm losing friends a lot. I'm losing a lot of friends, but I'm tired of being, it's like you gotta be who you are. And the thing is, once again, I'm not against people who feel different. It's just I'm not gonna conform and tell that I feel the same way. As I said, guys, I would like to see. I just want the justice to be served. She did what was best for her career. She didn't care about black people. Yeah, she didn't care about any people. But the reason why I brought race is because a lot of black people in the black community, oh my god, she's gonna be the first, she is the first black woman. Yeah, but she hates black people. She hates all people, probably because she puts them to jail. And also, she was supposedly being the first, so she's now turned to black, but she was Indian before, so it's really weird. And the thing is, it shouldn't matter, because we are all American. It's a big melting pot. It doesn't matter. If I have some subscribers on this channel who are from my country, I'm not gonna treat them any better than I treat somebody from this country. This is crazy. But yes, people expect loyalty to the community if ethnically you're on the same page. A lot of people expect loyalty. But I think loyalty should be a universal thing. And it's honestly hurts me to know that she would do this to young men without giving them a chance. If you don't need to go to jail, give the person a chance. They may learn from this. Yeah. Anyway, guys, yes, that's another thing, because she was born somewhere else. I forgot where she was born, but she was born somewhere else, so it's gonna be another fraud with her being the president. But guys, okay, let's make a bet. How long do you think it will take if the justice won't be served and we're gonna be stuck with Joe and her? How long do you think Joe will last? I would say he would last no longer than 6 months to a year, and then they will call the 25th Amendment. 3 months, yeah. I don't know, but I hope it won't come to it. I'm not so obsessed about the outcome. I just want to see. I just want to feel the transparency. That's it. Yeah, they show that she was born in California, but as far as I know, she wasn't. Okay, I'm not gonna argue on this because I don't know 100%, but I've learned somewhere that she was born somewhere else, but I have a cognitive or not informational overload right now. Yes, but anyway, guys, let's wrap it up. When people try to manipulate you, when you stick it for the truth in your personal life, in your professional life, in your relationship with a friend, I really think it's weak to give in. It's not about, having ongoing conflict. It's not about being the drama queen. But I really feel it is so weak to give in, because it encourages that person to abuse, manipulate, and hurt more people and think that they can get away with murder. That is the thing for me. I feel that if somebody, the justice is important in big things and small things, and when we are not reporting, when we let things happen, when we don't voicing, we encouraging that behavior. If people will not stand and march against this BS, we will never trust anything anymore. It shouldn't be that hard to simply count legal votes of people who live in the United States. I mean, you know, um, we can have Tesla, we can have iPhone 12, but we cannot count the arithmetics, the elementary math. It's really embarrassing because that puts United States corruption level at the level of third world country. Seriously, it's no different than Ukraine or Africa. I think we had more transparency in Ukraine in our last election because there was really not much complaints, and people spoke the truth. It was very obvious. It was super high for the current president. It doesn't matter how well he's doing right now. We're not gonna touch that, but it was kind of like Obama in 2008. I mean, people just went crazy. So people should be able to voice their opinion, and the people who are authorities, they need to remember that they are hired by the people of the country. A lot of these people, they forget that they are hired by the people of this country. There is no reason to get arrogant, because just like you're hired, you can get fired. Yeah, dementia is real, that's for sure. I don't work for you. Yeah. No, actually, you do work for us because we're paying taxes. Dead people are voting, glitches in the system, unexplained votes coming in the middle of the night, early morning. This is a common practice that I know of every election. So, guys, if you have any interesting links, you can post them under this video. Um, I will post my information. We're probably gonna have a Zoom call. It would be cool to see, to have our Zoom meeting. You know, talk about some stuff that really, you know, off YouTube. So I'm gonna see where I could do that. Roger is saying before you go, tell us what kind of tea are you drinking. Why you want to have the same tea? Um, my favorite is Earl Grey, but I have some other ones that I like. If I could drink Earl Grey all day, I would drink it all day, but then I would never sleep. Oh my god, it is so late. What? Oh my goodness, guys. Love you all. I gotta go. I didn't realize how late it was. I had a very long day. I was so busy that I didn't realize how late it was. Oh my goodness. Y'all go to bed right now. Right now. It's resting time, sleeping time. Think about the positive things. Uh, if you stand for Donald Trump, if you stand for the truth, remember, Donald Trump works hard every day. He never slows down. So tomorrow I'm going full speed on things that I'm doing, and he's self-made. He always builds. He believes success unites us, and we're gonna stand for the truth, and we're not gonna let anybody to gaslight us and tell us, that we don't know something. It's like if you're on the right side of the history or on the right side of the relationships, you always do an incredible job to analyze, to resource, to research before you even voice anything. So, when people accusing you of not knowing enough, that's simply arrogant. So, with that being said, guys, thank you so much for being with me. Thank you again, my awesome super chatters. Thank you for supporting the channel, for contributing. Thank you for everybody who wrote a cool comment. I'm gonna take a deeper look at your comments after the video is over. And I will see you guys very soon. Thank you so much for being here. And nope, it's not over yet. And the truth shall prevail, and we shall prosper under any circumstance. With that being said, have a wonderful night.